We're going to take just a second because we have a couple of dozen other outlets joining us this afternoon on the live stream. And while we get set up here and you do your various audio video checks near and far, welcome to our local members of the press for joining us today. My apologies for starting a little late. We're going to keep this as tight as possible in deference to everyone in the room. Bob Mongeluzzi, you know well. Bob will be starting off, followed by Tawainna Anderson to Bob's left. Yes, for those concerned about audio, we will do a little musical chairs, and we ask for your patience in doing that. To Mrs. Anderson's left is SMB attorney Samuel Dordick. To Bob's right is Jeffrey Goodman, who many of you know, and Raina McCarthy, an attorney here who has also been working diligently on this case. So if Tommy, you, or Yuri give me a thumbs up, and we'll start. We'll have remarks from Bob. He will be followed by Tawainna, then Jeff, and then we will open it up for Q&A. At her request, there won't be direct Q&A with Mrs. Anderson today. Okay, thank you. Bob?
Thank you. In 2021, reports began to emerge from throughout the world that children were dying as a result of participating in TikTok blackout challenges. TikTok is one of the most powerful and technologically advanced companies in the world. So what did TikTok do once they learned of this? Did they use their technology to protect children? Sadly, they didn't. What TikTok did was to use their app and algorithm to forward a blackout challenge video to 10-year-old Nyla Anderson. That video was essentially a how-to video, how to asphyxiate yourself. That is what they sent to a child. We have brought this claim against TikTok, saying it is inappropriate, unsafe, and dangerous to send these to children. And this lawsuit aims to stop it. So why did Tawainna bring this? She's asked us to find out, how does TikTok's algorithm work? How do they target children to send dangerous videos to? And why? And we will do that. When Nyla passed, her mom was playing a song called A Mother's Prayer. Her prayer was for her daughter to survive. Sadly and tragically, she didn't. But this mother's prayer now is to make sure that no family and no child suffers that fate. She has courageously stepped forward in Nyla's name, and her mother's prayer is to protect children. We only wish that TikTok had done the same thing. And with that, I'm going to switch seats and ask Nyla, who's going to read a statement. Thank you. Thanks, Tawainna.
My daughter Nyla meant the world to me. She was everything. As a child, Nyla was a shining star. She brightened any room and radiated positive energy inside out. She was active, healthy, and incredibly smart. She spoke 3 languages at 10 years old. She was also very family oriented. Nyla had an unbreakable bond with her family members and shared a unique relationship with one of her brothers, Nakai, as they were twins. From the womb, they never spent time apart. She was his front and he was her back. We lived a happy life until December 7th, 2021, when our lives changed forever from this terrible tragedy. I cannot stop replaying this day in my head. The unbreakable bond in our family is now shattered and void, and that was now Nyla remains. And following this tragedy, I had discovered that Nyla was not the only victim to this horrible challenge on TikTok. I have learned that it has taken many children's life. I want to hold this company accountable. It is time that these dangerous challenges come to an end, that other families don't experience the heartbreak we live every day. I accepted that my daughter's voice is going forever. So I'm going to speak for her. And the message here today is something has to change. Something has to stop because I wouldn't never want no other parent to go through what I'm going through ever since December 7th.
Big tech is the most powerful and profitable industry in the world. You've just heard the pain that they cause when they don't behave like they should, when they don't act like a responsible corporation. By bringing this lawsuit, it is our hope that we can help make social media safe so that other families don't endure the heartbreak that Tawainna is experiencing right now. TikTok's entire business model is built around their algorithm and the information that they feed to users through their For You page. This algorithm is built on hooking users. This algorithm is built on addicting users and even addicting children. Big tech is the big tobacco of the modern age. And through this lawsuit, we seek to hold them accountable for their misconduct. We'd be happy to answer any questions that anybody has.
Why is TikTok responsible for this death?
TikTok sent the video to Nyla. They did it through their algorithm in the For You page. They fed her the dangerous how-to video that ultimately claimed her life. As the manufacturer and developer of a product, they have a responsibility for that product and the harm that it caused. In this case, that product is the app, that product is the algorithm, and the harm that it caused was the death of an innocent 10-year-old girl.
Let me pose this question. If they sent pornography to this child, would there be any doubt that they should be held accountable for that? So they're sending another type of dangerous video to children. It's wrong. It should be stopped, and we aim to do that.
How many other deaths have you guys found during this process because of this challenge?
So there are public reports of apparently at least half a dozen. And those are shown on the internet. They range from Italy to Oklahoma to worldwide and in the United States. Those would be well known to TikTok and well known before this happened. That's the tip of the iceberg. That's all we know about.
I have a remote question, if I may, and that is why, or please explain the nature of the product's liability claim in the lawsuit.
The TikTok app and algorithm are products. They're products as defined by Pennsylvania law and laws throughout the country. The manufacturer and developer of a product has a responsibility for making sure that that product is safe for its users. An app or a product is not safe if it sends dangerous content like this challenge to a 10-year-old user. That renders TikTok under Pennsylvania law liable for the damages that it caused.
What about federal law?
Federal law and Pennsylvania law work hand in hand in a lot of contexts here. The federal law that is most often utilized by the social media industry is something called Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, which allows certain types of content to be published without fear of litigation for the social media companies. This does not fall under that because our lawsuit is not about simply somebody posting the video. It's about the actions that TikTok took to send the video to Nyla. They have no legal protections under any kind of publisher type rules that the social media industry typically argues in cases.
Out of all the millions of videos that they could have chosen to send, they sent a how-to as to how to asphyxiate yourself. We maintain that choice, that algorithm is dangerous and defective.
So it popped up in her feed. I mean, for a non-technical person, explain how this came to her view.
So the backbone of TikTok is the For You page. When a user logs on, there is certain content. That user didn't ask for the content. TikTok feeds the content to that user based on the surveillance that TikTok conducts on its users and the determination that TikTok reached as to what they should send this user. They do that surveillance so that they can help determine what content will keep the user engaged more, what content will keep the user coming back and will keep their eyes on the screen. That is how TikTok can turn a profit by feeding other types of content to the user. In this case, this video was sent to Nyla by popping up on her For You page. That essentially means that TikTok's algorithm decided that this video was something it wanted to show this 10-year-old girl.
Another streaming question here from Bloomberg. It reads as follows. The Blackout challenge has spread on other platforms like Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. How do you know Nyla was using TikTok and not another platform when she was trying this challenge? And then the follow-up question is, and why aren't the other platforms that have also spread this challenge listed in this lawsuit?
This is the platform that Nyla used. This is the platform that Nyla routinely used. We have forensically analyzed her cell phone. We've spoken to friends and family, and the evidence is clear that it is TikTok that is the app that was being utilized, and it was TikTok that fed this particular challenge to Nyla. The other social media entities and internet entities are not being sued in this case because what we know now is that the challenge that ultimately resulted in Nyla's death was a challenge sent to her by TikTok, not by the others. Although we certainly continue to investigate the other social media entities and their role in spreading similar dangerous challenges, including this one.
That's all I have on the feed here. Howard, did you have any further questions?
No.
Tom?
No, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Counsel, can I get your card? Just want to spell it right.
My name's a lot easier to spell than his.
His I have to spell. It's in my spell check.